Welcome to Practical Research Drives Profitable Decisions, brought to you by Beck's Hybrids. I'm Mike Adams. Soybean growers face challenges every year. Foliar diseases are airborne and nematodes spread in the soil. One disease suddenly wipes out patches in the field with losses up to 70%. Beck's professionals are helping growers understand and manage yield-robbing problems, and in the case of sudden death syndrome, bringing science to the table to show the disease is not sudden at all.
It infects the soybean plants early in the season, as early as 2 to 3 weeks after planting.
Scott Dickey is Beck's field agronomist in parts of Missouri and Kansas, but he knows the entire soybean growing region well. He says soybean sudden death syndrome goes back to the first few weeks of the life of the seedling. Laying dormant until conditions trigger its growth, SDS is a deadly yield robber.
Even with late planting, we were still wet and in some cases cool, and we expect that there was probably some injury to the root masses due to some of the early season diseases that would allow the fusarium to infect our soybean crop and cause foliar disease symptoms to show up in the August-September time frame. We just see it kind of vary from year to year, but in some cases in the northern parts of the geography I cover, northern Missouri, and then of course as you move into Iowa and Nebraska and some of those areas, they see it much more regularly. We have some fields where it's common to see it every year that you have soybeans growing.
Okay, how should a farmer prepare to fight SDS each year? Beck's plant breeders and agronomists are focusing on breeding and seed treatment as the best means to keep sudden death syndrome under control.
There's a lot of options out there, actually. One of the most important ones you need to think of, since it's the first decision you're making in a crop year, is variety selection and selecting varieties that have very strong resistance or tolerance to this disease. Other options would be to consider seed treatment. For example, we have Escalate Nemesect SDS Plus is our new seed treatment that's coming out that we're going to see very effective control or suppression of sudden death syndrome in fields that are treated with these seed treatments. Other things to consider would be improving your field drainage, because we tend to see the damage from the disease more regularly in low or wetter areas of fields. To me, anything you can do to improve the overall soil conditions will help improve overall plant health. So if you are causing less injury to your plants by removing the excess water and allowing more aerobic conditions in your soils, yes, you should see an improvement in SDS problems in your fields.
Thank you, Scott. That's Scott Dickey, field agronomist with Beck's Hybrids. Proactively, Beck's recommends Escalate Nemesect SDS Plus. This monthly update on practical farm research and agronomy has been brought to you by Beck's Hybrids. You may subscribe to this podcast by following the prompts on this website. Thanks for listening.